Hey guys, what's going on? DJ Freddy here from danceonidjs.com. I was asked by a member on our workshop yesterday to create a simple video on how I create my intros and how I warp my tracks. To explain a little bit, a beginner a beginner video on creating your first, I guess, warped intro. So I'm going to go over that real fast. Again, I belong to a group on Facebook called DJs, Producers, and Remixers. Please join us. We'll be glad to have you. You can visit our website if you need a little bit more information. That's our website, DJs, Producers, and Remixers.com. Please take the time and visit us. And there is a lot of valuable information there for all DJs, mobile clubs, editors, and producers, and hopefully you'll find something there that interests you. All right, so let's get right into it. So I'm going to do my presentation today with Ableton 9. So I'm gonna bring in a track to Ableton. Every time you bring in a track to Ableton, it's gonna create what's called warp markers. So what it does is similar to your DJ software program. It analyzes the track and then it decides where are the hits of the track. So let's see how that works. I'm just gonna grab the song. In this case, I'm working with Debbie Deb, When I Hear Music, a classic. Most of you know it. So I'm going to drag it into my first track, my first audio track right here, and we'll watch it do its thing. As you can see right here, it's doing its thing. Though it warped the whole track. But since we're going to do it manually, I don't want to see any of that. So let's disable that. And now I'm left with one warp marker. As you can see, the track begins here, but it created a warp marker over here. So we're going to undo that. Ableton, you'll have to at least have one warp marker when you have this feature on. So let's select that and also deselect that. We'll double click, we'll deselect it. Now I'm going to click on this warp marker. I'm going to press shift and I'm going to drag the song to wherever I feel is the beginning of the track, which is right there. Okay, I'm going to go on top of the marker. I'm going to put my mouse on top of the marker, right click on it and go set 1 here. And then what it does is telling Ableton that this is the beginning of the track. So now when I click play, it's gonna play from the beginning of the track. Okay, but that's not it. I want to warp the track also. So we're gonna right click on that same warp marker and we're gonna warp from here straight. And now what it did, it warped the track. As you can see, it's not completely on beat. You can see that it should be right here. And it's way over here. So how am I going to fix that? I'm going to create a warp marker right here by double clicking. Press shift and bring the track to your left. That's one. Oops. Click on the track again. I'm going to go to the 9th hit here. And I'm going to do the same thing. One warp marker, shift, and bring the track all the way over. Okay, that should fix it a lot, but it's still going to be off a little, as you can see. So if you want to get it even more precise, just double click, do the same thing, same procedure. Actually, my warp marker was not on it. Right there. All right, and let me do it here. If you wanted to get real perfect, you're going to have to do all of them, but since I want to speed up the video, I don't need to do all of it right now. But if I was going to do an intro for myself, I would try to make it as perfect as possible. Because also you don't know where you're going to edit, splice the song to use that part of the track. So if anywhere you edit the song, you have to make sure your warp markers are on point. So you won't be able to tell that there's an edit there. There's a difference in the song. So we're just going to do that real quick. All right, now that the track begins here, and I'm not going to do anything else after that until the end of the song. So we're just going to use this right now for this video. Okay, And now I should be good. I should be on beat. In order to see if your song is on beat, you could either put a loop over here that's already warped on time, or you can use your metronome. In this case, I'm going to use my metronome, and then I'll play the track. Also, before I play the track, I want to make sure that this track is at the correct BPM, which is 125. I'm going to put this track over here at 125. Okay, now I'm ready to play the track. Now I'm ready to play the track. I make sure it's 125 here. Make sure it's 125 here, which is the correct BPM for this track. And now I'm gonna play it. All right, this song is pretty simple to create an intro to. It already has kind of an intro already. Right here, this is my intro. This is my intro right here. So I want to copy this, and I'm just gonna duplicate this. All the other tracks are not gonna be this easy. All right. But this one is easy. So we're just gonna paste here, and we're gonna rename this. Every time you create a track, always name it so you know what it is. When I hear music, this is gonna be my intro right here. Okay, since I want to create an 8-bar loop, I want to duplicate this. And from my experience, this hit right here is a little bit off. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this one, since it sounds good, and I'm just going to paste it here. And that remove that other hit. Now that's going to sound a lot better when I replay it back. Also, I want to do right before the synth come in here, I want to do a little effect so you can't tell that there's so much of an edit there. So I'm going to paste it here. Okay, I'm going to paste it right before this part of the song comes in, and I want to reverse it to give it a little effect. So you reverse this button right here, reverses whatever you have highlighted. So in this case, it's going to reverse that. As you can see, it already did it. And one other thing, I want to give it a little effect. I like to use a lot of reverse symbols in my edits. So this is one good one here. All right, let's put it to track 3. Let's rename it to symbol. You can rename by right-clicking on that. Let's also change the colors to it. How about we do this brown, right-click, select the color, right-click on it, right-click on it, red, okay? So I know what's going on. Okay, so this is my symbol. All right, I want a symbol when this part of the section comes in. Let me copy this, and I want a symbol at the beginning of the track. I want a symbol at the beginning of the track. So let me paste it there. Also, I want a reverse symbol right before this part of the track comes in. So let me, let me paste it here. And I'm going to reverse this symbol. And I'll show you what effect does it do right now. Reverse. Also, since I'm going to reuse these two symbols, I want to make this smaller. And I want it to be even here in between 8, 9, and 10. So this way I could use it in other parts, and I don't have to redo this again. So I have two different parts here, which I'll play in a minute. but I want to unite both of them. So I'm going to highlight both of them, and I'm going to consolidate. Right click on this colored area, not here. Actually, you could even do it here too, but consolidate, and it consolidates both tracks. Now I know that this is a little bit low already from my experience, so I'm going to raise it a little so you can hear the effect. And now we'll play it back. Okay, you see what happened there? I have to cut this part out because the synth come in right there. And that sounded perfect. So that's my intro. Now we'll work on an outro. So we'll have to listen to the song to see where's the best part we could put an outro to this song. You got the music. All right, I think it's gonna be right here on the 73rd count. So let's go to it. It's right around here. As you can see, it's off. This should be over here. So let's drag it there. Zoom in. And there it should be. Now when I make my cut right here, Control E, divides both. Now I have two tracks. Okay, I don't need that part of the track no more, so I'm going to delete that. And now, since my intro is already created, I'm just going to use that as my outro also. Copy. And now I'm going to create another track here. Rename that to outro. Paste it here. Now I want to do the same thing. I want to do a little effect with the cymbals. So I'm going to copy this. I'll bring it here. And that will be my effect. Now I want to give it an ending effect also. Okay, for my ending effect, I have a ping pong. Let me delete this since I'm not going to use these two tracks. I have a ping pong effect, okay, which my settings that I like to use, okay, the beat division on 4, feedback on about 40, dry and wet about 40. All right, that'll give me the desired, this is just from my experience, these are the effects that I like to use. So use whatever you think is best for you. Let me delete that since that was in the intro. We don't need it in the outro. We'll just extend that. We'll need this final hit to give it a little effect at the end. So we just highlight that, copy it. And I'm going to paste it on the ping pong channel. Ping pong channel. Okay, this I already had here, but you could get ping pong from your audio effect rack. You have a lot of effects here. There's ping pong right there. All you got to do is click and drag it into a channel, and it does it. Now I'm going to show you the effect that it does. I want to copy, we don't need that. I want to copy this once again to use at the end. All right, and now we'll listen to my outro. Music. That is awesome. So we did an intro in less than 15-20 minutes. Now we're done, and we want to export this whole track. Now notice it has a little cymbal with a reverse cymbal and a cymbal and a little beat, and you can hear the ping pong, ping, ping, ping. So that means that effect ends more or less about here. So that means you have to highlight the song from here all the way. Okay, the whole, you have to make sure that the whole track is highlighted. As you can see, I don't have the whole track highlighted. I only have that section highlighted. This is very important, or else when you export it, it's just going to export the highlighted area. So you could do that by doing select all. Okay, notice it didn't select my trail. So press shift and select shift and drag this way. Okay, so you press shift, click, and drag that way, and it will select more parts of the song. All right, before we export it, we want to check the volumes. Make sure that the volumes are peaking. So I want to bring it down. I'm going to bring my master volume down. I want to remove everything that I have on my master volume because this track does not need any of this. So I'm deleting all this. I'm deleting my EQ. I don't need it right now. My volumes, I want to lower all the volumes from all these tracks because some of them are peaking. So I want to lower it to right about there. I think that's a good volume. And then you have to listen to your volumes. And if this one needs to go higher, you need to bring it up. If it needs to go down, you have to bring it down. You look at your LEDs here. So let's take a quick look at that right away from the beginning of the track before we export it. Beautiful. I think we're about ready for exporting. So now we're going to highlight the track. Select all, Control A. Select more. Make sure you get that tail. Go audio export. It's going to export it as a WAV file. Name it. For this purpose, we'll put test. We'll put test. And we're about set. Test right here. Test. Okay. And it's going to export it. And now one final step, we're going to go into Adobe Audition. And this will be my final process. I want to see how the waveforms are, if it needs more volume. So let's switch over to Adobe Audition. And let's grab the song where I have the song. Where did I save the song? Okay, let me save the song one more time because I don't find it. I don't think I saved it to the desktop. Desktop. Let it render it. Okay. There we go. Now we bring it into Adobe Audition. And now here I can tell, you see that the volumes are low. So you just highlight the whole song. Bring up the volume a little bit. And now we'll be set. We'll be ready for converted to MP3. Now let's take one final listen to it. All right, and that's it. That's the end of it. You just created your first intro in under 15, 20 minutes. It is as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully you guys can jump in and use Ableton. It's a little tricky at first, but once you get the hang of it, watch videos, watch tutorials, watch YouTube. You'll be able to edit yourself as soon as you know it. You'll be out there editing. So make sure you visit the website djsproducersandremixers.com. And also, you asked for us to accept you in the group. Look for us in Facebook, DJs, Producers, Remixers on Facebook, and we'll accept you as soon as possible. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming on. I hope this helped someone. And as soon as you know it, you'll be editing like us. Thank you, and have a good one.